Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Alrighty, so I want to first of all show you a card that I got and one of the pet peeves that I have with this card. Now, I don't show that many cards on my videos these days. I post it on Instagram, so just follow me on AIH_sports there to see what I pick up or whatever I decide to post. I don't post everything that I buy. But pet peeves. I think John Mangini was talking about pet peeves, and also Ziggy did a video last year. And the Scherzer card, right? This is a die cut 2015 card, right? And Allen and Ginter. If you see closely, you could see that there's scotch tape, right? Scotch tape. Painter's tape doesn't cost that much. Just use painter's tape. Any of you guys and gals, right? You're selling something. Like if you want repeat buyers, don't do this. Do not do this at all. Painter's tape doesn't cost that much money. You want to grow your eBay business, through that new envelope program that they have. By the way, that envelope program, I had a situation where, it said it was delivered, on the 25th, 26th, and then it took a week. This is January 3rd. I finally got it a week later. It said that it was delivered near a distribution center about 50, 60 miles away. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And USPS doesn't know what the tracking of the situation. It's only eBay. So their tracking situation with this is not the best. It always says that it's delivered, but I always get it the day after. Have you guys and gals have that problem? Because I definitely have. Okay, now regarding the topic I wanted to get into, it is the quality of the sports cards. And now we've seen a huge dip in the marketplace. And I'm just thinking, okay, suppose I wake up 10 years from now. What cards will continue, in my opinion, to be substantially higher? Is it going to be all that junk slab stuff? Probably not. I mean, we did see all that junk wax era cards. They had a spike up during the pandemic, and I blame obviously easy money and stimulus checks and all that. So sure, it could pick up, but I'm just looking at probabilities. What do I want to own that will most likely be higher? And I want to look at other markets. Now, you can't compare, the overall stock market to sports cards. I used to do a lot of that. There are certain aspects, though, that you could learn from that and maybe see, hey, look, this works in the markets that way, and you can apply it here. Like there are, though, instances where you can't do that, where there is reference to market capitalization. You just can't do that, in my opinion. And the volume, you can't do that. Now, what I do believe you can compare to, one of the few aspects, is the quality of the actual item that you're buying. And the past year, the market went down, stock market. The only one of the few stocks that went up was Berkshire Hathaway, right? There was risk in it, Warren Buffett's old, but it's quality stock. It did well, right? What happened with the sports card market? Most cards went down. What cards maintained its value or went higher? It's all these quality cards. There was a Shoeless Joe Jackson card. I remember P. Ryan collection. He shared it on his IG. That had a record sale. You had high-end Mickey Mantle cards. And I think an SGC holder, SGC 95? That hit a record high, right? But you rarely see any of that transaction out there, right? So I'm just thinking, okay, 10 years out, you just wake up And if the market doesn't go anywhere, what card would you want to own? And the other aspect that I would look at is I remember the gold and silver crash of a decade ago. I mentioned this in a video sometime in, I think, 2021, where there were a lot of gold stocks that went down from the high, right? Gold is what kind of where it was in the high of 2011. And while gold and silver, they haven't done the best, there are certain individual stocks that have maintained its value. One that I can think of is Franco-Nevada. Franco-Nevada is a gold streaming company. They basically provide financing. There's obviously risk with it, right? And you have to obviously check what they have, on a day-to-day basis. I'm just looking over a decade-year performance, right? It basically doubled from its peak, right? While the gold sector has been decimated. So I'm just thinking, okay, what if cards in general don't go up substantially, right? What cards do you want to own? And this is where we have to probably go to the quality, right? This is, in people's opinion, okay, common sense, but I'm just trying to think out loud and rationalize my thoughts and also want to hear what you have to say, right? Because what I want to aim for, probably in a couple of years, if we do see another dip, I want to look at, once again, these Michael Jordan cards from the 80s, star cards, right? I don't want to look at it when it's all hyped up. That's where all that hot money comes in. That's probably a time to sell. I think that's why that individual, he sold that star card to Jeff Wilson. Probably like, hey, you could probably get a good price for it. I think that may have been his reason. But, still, I didn't like that guy's sales tactics because he says, like, buy the National. This is going to be on par with the Michael Jordan PSA 10 and a Fleer 86. I'm like, what? Or it's something ridiculous like that. And I'm thinking, wait, how can you be very confident? And if you're that confident, wouldn't you want to keep it? But, my thoughts. So, anything of those cards, you have to remember Michael Jordan will be getting older. These cards become scarce. There's going to be more demand for it. So, I'm just looking at it that, okay, Michael Jordan's the GOAT. And I'd probably want to buy cards like that. Now, there are Mickey Mantle cards out there. And they have seen a huge run up. But what other cards would people potentially go after? I do have some Pete Rose cards right now. Are people going to go to more of the vintage Pete Rose cards? Because, hey, look, he's still probably one of the best baseball players of all time. But the only thing about him is his name has been tainted. I think one of his PSA 10s sold for, I think, $400,000. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Just thinking out loud. So Pete Rose, Mickey Mantles, Michael Jordan, Babe Ruth, all the GOATs. I remember people talking about, hey, look, we better get into this now. And it was all throughout the hype cycle, all with interest rates low. But now with the market down and potentially cards going lower, if there's another crash in the next few years, that's where the brainstorming begins for me. Now, once again, I do believe we're going to see a run-up next, 16 months or so. But after that, if we get another deflationary bust, I want to definitely take notes of some of these GOATs and probably don't jump in. So just wanted to throw my thoughts out there. Now, what do you guys have to say about that? Anyways, remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below, guys. Thanks. Bye.